Hey Rich Nation, AJ Rich here, and welcome back to another Attack on Titan reaction. Today we're watching Season 3, Episode 15, right? Yeah, Episode 15, I have to keep remembering. Yeah, today we're watching Episode 15. Last time, good old Reiner and Eren rematch. Reiner perspective, nice little touch, being able to see and hear what he was doing. Hiding in the wall. He was hiding in the wall. Armin figured it out. All bad after that. Obviously, the whole situation's bad. They're all everyone's fighting. They utilizing these thunder rods and being able to use something that has the percussions of killing yourself if you use it wrong. We saw that little animation of people freaking blowing up into pieces, or a person blowing up into pieces. But yeah, that could be all bad. But they use it on Reiner, and we don't know if Reiner died. I want to say, like, I don't think there's any way Reiner's dying from that, but it's total overkill at the same time, like, because we haven't seen the Titans like this die. So it would be, I kind of just, in this series, I tried to not take everything at face value as much the further on I get on this series. It's really hard not to when you think about most shows, but on this one, I just try to, like, I try to look at everything. It's hard. It's really hard not to look at it with, like, just the single standard of, hey, this is happening. It's tough to do that. But sometimes it's like, you got to remember, it's Attack on Titan. Anything can happen. You can't, you got to look at it the right way. So I'm kind of just like, I'm just driving to get ready for this next episode. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button. Go follow me on Twitter at ajrich123, as well as my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 for full reactions and early releases. I'm just like, I try to do these intros, but at the same time, I'm like in the excited spot where I just want to, I'm like, we have 8 episodes left. I want to know what happens. They're not telling us, and there's 8 episodes. So we have to get information soon. It's got to be any episode now, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and start. Oh, this is the past. Oh shit, this is the past. This is what they were thinking back then. Oh, they discovered Eren. Oh! Marco overheard them! Back then? Is this how he dies? Oh! Oh my god. I would have never fucking guessed that. Wonder what he's thinking. So he knew everything? Oh, but he doesn't know. Shit! So this is where they were. Fuck! Poor Marco! Fucking Annie. Oh man. This is how he gets, that's how she gets the gear. Fucking Marco! And Marco knows, like, oh god. Damn. Fuck. We already knew he died. Did we have to watch him die? So Reiner really was split on his personality there. He didn't even realize what he was doing half the time. So this is... Oh fuck, this is that guy. This is the Beast Titan.
ましてや容量のいい兄ちゃんのことだ。どこかに身を隠確かなんです。
Holy shit. We're back to tons of information.
まだ決意が固まってないってこと。そうですか。じゃあこの間決定したことは一体何だったのでしょう。次お前が負けたらその鎧は他の戦士に譲って。
The next time you lose, you give up your armor to... Give up your armor? What does that mean?
目標は一つだろ。座標を奪還し。
But who is this guy? Wait, war chief. Oh, so he's the war chief. They're called Zeke. Okay, so we knew that was an intelligent titan and it's talking. We know that the beast titan can talk, but we didn't know how it talked. We've seen like noises and stuff, and I swore like Connie, remember Connie thought like his mom talked or whatever, that titan, but this one's talking. How does that work? Is that titan like them, or is it a intelligent titan that's straight titan? That is so weird. And what is, so this character is Zeke, a war chief, but war chief of what? Okay, let's keep going. Damn. Oh yeah, what happened to Ymir? I forgot all about that. Shit. His whole fucking face. Of course they're gonna be sad because it was their friend, but... So much is happening all at once. I knew that was overkill, but is he... There's no way he's actually dead. Yeah, there's no freaking way. I've seen this show enough now of Attack on Titan. We know freaking shit's... There's no way he's dead. Oh, so that's where he is. Okay, that makes sense. That's... And they're not gonna know that's him, so he can... They were call... God damn, Armin's smart. He's calling it right away. Holy shit, man. This... Okay, we're gonna stop for a second more than me just reading this, because I'm gonna process this before there's freaking too much for me to process at the end. So we're gonna take this in halves, guys. Like introduction of the character. I thought it was Erwin's dad, but he actually looks a bit different. His name is Zeke, so they can't be Erwin's dad. So it's some war chief, but war chief of what? Who fucking knows? But there's just like so much in Marco. What the hell? How can that happen to Marco? That was always in the back of my mind, like how Marco's death was kind of just, not that he was a big character at the time, but he was there and he was shown a few times and he felt like the same as like Connie, the same as Sasha and all this group. So it felt weird that his death was very thrown aside like that. And so going full circle to like the true meaning of it, of him discovering them and them not knowing what, because he's just a normal guy. Like if Connie had discovered, if any of those people had discovered, he's a normal guy. So it's funny because even Berthold didn't look like he wanted to do anything. Reiner was like, we see like these two sides of Reiner. Strictly, a warrior, as he said, like someone that doesn't give a fuck. He's doing what he needs to do. And then this side where he's like, he didn't even realize he did it. It's like he went in and out. That's what it felt like. Like he's like, what happened to Marco? He didn't even know it happened to Marco, which it seems like a classic split personality thing. like over time it's something happened to him. I don't understand. Like just being there, being in, and being with them for so long maybe gave him a split personality. I don't know, but like that was just drastic. And the way he died, even though we've seen people die like that, it was like it felt kind of like watching Eren dying again a little bit, in the sense just because you just see their face. Annie did, and we see Annie more in a positive light too, because Annie didn't want any of that. We've seen how Annie couldn't even stomach it. So it was nice to know that it wasn't like Annie had really nothing to do with that, even though she had his gear. She had nothing to do with it personally. That was a nice clear up there. But them, what was the other thing? Oh, them strategizing and Bertolt always being, he's supposed to have, the Colossal Titan's supposed to be the most powerful Titan, but I thought the Armor Titan was, even though the Colossal Titan goes super, it's super tall, it can break things, how is it the most, is Bertolt not using all of it or something? Like maybe there's more to it than he's used, just like Eren's gotten like his abilities better. Maybe you can improve, like everybody can improve these abilities. Okay, information available for public disclosure. Dark liquid. Okay, I thought that was so it's not coffee. Of course, this fucking attack. I'm gonna look like an idiot. You guys can call me an idiot. I was like, it must just be coffee or something. Dark liquid, believed to be a beverage consumed by the Titan shifters. Okay, so that's what we're calling. So there's an actual name to this Titan. Wait. Beverage consumed by Titan shifters while they were camping out. So wait. So Titan shifters. So they're saying they're Titan shift. The fuck's it? A Titan shift? Is that just a name for what having a Titan ability? Is that what is that what it is? Like just like Eren has that? Is that what they just call it, as a Titan shifter? I'm just gonna take it as that, or I'll freaking turn this into a 20 minutes of asking. Okay, confirmed to have a pleasant aroma from the remaining liquid found. Its origin is unknown, but this suggests the existence of an outside culture that consumes luxury goods similar to black tea. Okay, so it is black tea or kind of like coffee. So it's a drink so it's a drink in the outside culture, and it's not something that helps. Okay, so it's just something they drink. Okay, so it's just something they drink. So it's not something that gave them any abilities or something. That's what I was thinking at first when it says dark liquid. Okay, all right, we're gonna address everything at the end. We'll go more at it. Sorry this was so long and half point. Here we go. Shit. Oh, he sees Reiner's condition. I mean, his condition. Jesus. That's okay. So that's what that is. So these Titan shifters can do that. So that's how they survive those type of blows. Even though they're the enemy, it's like seeing it from their side is like, it's hard to root for people here. I wonder if Bertolt would negotiate. They're still gonna kill them though. What the fuck? What the fuck? So they all have to die. But why? Damn. Is he really playing that card? Still? So yeah, he reads through the bluff, I guess. Yep. Yep, he knows that. He knows all this. He has been like that before. It's like contradicting things there. Oh God! Oh shit! Something. This is so exciting. This fucking, oh my God. The OST just keeps getting better. Sets this mood perfectly. He was acting like the other side of Reiner too. Exactly. It's like they shifted their personality when they joined them, and now they're becoming more like their old selves. Felt bad for them. Motherfucker. I love this. How can you? Because this world is just. Isn't that what Eren and them said as kids too? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Which side's right? It just humanized him. Who's right? There's gotta be a meaning for them to act. There's something. There has to be something. Now, if he can do stronger stuff, what is it gonna be? And oh my fucking God. The potential of the Colossal Titan is fucking powerful. Yeah, if they go to the other side, it'll be game over. So they have to stop him. And they're making Armin decide everything. Can he handle a situation like this? Fuck. This is fucking epic. God, it seems like that's what he wanted. It's like he's so calm. Holy shit. There is so much to digest. So sit down, enjoy yourselves. There is a crap ton to digest in this episode. It's like, I think I'm gonna go all over the place on this one, but let's just say we're gonna go. We talked a lot about the first half and the half break. So if you didn't see that, go rewind to the half break, because I talked about what happened with Marco and all that there. We kind of digested that. I had a feeling we were gonna have more for me to digest. With these episodes, I've learned to try to take my time and process all this stuff I can possibly do, and this was one of those episodes. We go from 2 episodes of we knew like what was going on, like in kind of slowness, but to high, like going from Reiner and Bertholt's perspective, and just seeing, for one, we knew Reiner had a split personality, and I was just talking about that, but maybe it's not necessarily a split personality. I mean, it becomes a split personality, but it's like they were with everybody for so long that their mindset of what they needed to get done was mostly gone, maybe the way they used to act. And then after all this happened, like Reiner kind of reawakened some of it, and Bertholt's never gone back completely, and I guess that's what Reiner was like pushing him for. And now Bertholt is finally not, because he's always been kind of scared and not there, and now it seems like this was a good episode for him. I think this entire episode kind of shifted. I felt in season 2, I remember feeling like really bad for them and kind of feel like I didn't want to mark them as the bad guys because something just seemed off, but then it kind of got lost in the beginning of season 3. And now with this episode, it makes me feel like, who's the real bad guy? Is there a bad guy? Yes, they are trying to destroy humanity, and they are trying to everybody needs to die inside the walls. That's what they said. And they need to get back to wherever they're from or whatever. But when he said the phrase that it's not your fault, it's not, I forgot the exact wording, but it's like, it's not your fault, it's not anybody else's fault, but you have to die. And he does, like, he said it so like elegantly and just straightforward. He obviously, like, he's over feeling bad. He knows, he does feel for them, and he said that, I feel, he feels for them and he feels bad, but it has to be done. And now we learned that some chieftain named Zeke is the Beast Titan, but who that person is still makes no sense, and they seem different. They're like teamed up. He's like teamed up with Reiner and Berthold, but it doesn't, looks like they're split. I don't know if they're normally in a group or something, or maybe this is like, it just seems, the way they were interacting seemed different. But adding in like the liquids they were drinking and that half screen talking about, hey, that this is this is what they do or what they drink, and it goes back to, when I think about it, back to Ymir and that language. This all this stuff must be connected. Something's got to be connected with this, because they call them Titan shifters. This is the first time Titan shifters drink this. Now, they all use these abilities, and Eren uses these abilities, but we don't know them being, when I think about it, you know how all the people that got the powers, Eren's dad, Eren, they use these syringe, right? The syringe with this stuff. But does Reiner and Berthold in them, did they not use the syringe? Because we know that Ymir did not turn into a Titan from a syringe, fell off this thing, and then there was a flash of light and they turned into a Titan. So Titan, but they didn't call. Does that mean Ymir's technically a Titan shifter too? And if that's the case, then they've turned into Titans differently, and didn't use a syringe like Eren and them. So does that make Eren and them not Titan shifters and something Titan shifters or something completely different? And what are they? Because they said this Zeke guy is a Titan shifter as well. They said Titan shifters drink this. And they seemed like they had some they're familiar in some way. He's a chieftain of something. I don't know if it's, but they also stated about the coordinate. They need to kill everybody inside the walls. And so this has been their whole strategy: kill everyone inside the walls and take Eren back. And that's how they get back or something. He's the coordinate. That's how they get back to where they're from or something. That part doesn't make complete sense, but like, it makes sense why they would attack inside the walls, strategize 5 years ago, then go inside, try to team up with everybody, or will act like they're friendly with everybody, learn like their weaknesses and strengths, and then try to figure out like how they can beat them. That's what it seemed like. They were like waiting for the perfect time, because we saw Marco, once they found out like their plan wasn't fully ready. So when Marco just random finds out, they like Reiner, who seemed to be the only one that was like thinking with their maybe the way they were thinking before they joined them, that's why he killed it, because he knew to be able to just kill everybody and kill get inside all the walls and all that, they can't have anybody know. So that's why they killed they didn't kill Marco, but you know what I mean, they let him die. So there's just a lot to process in this episode, but the big thing that it showed me was like they really have their own reasons to do something, but this whole time in this whole show, we've seen one side. And one side of the coin, it feels like save humanity. Eren needs to save humanity, the scouts, everybody inside the walls. And we get introduced, we find out, about Reiner in season 2 and stuff, but this is the first time I felt like they were like their own thing, especially them calling it, this thing being called Titan Shifters. And it just felt like its own thing for the first time to me. And it made me think, who is the good guy, who is the bad guy, who's the wrong, who's the right? I don't and the only reason why I say that is it's like when I saw it in Bertholdt's, I was like, when we were looking through his perspective and Armin was doing that same like threatening Annie, it felt like he was the bad guy in that moment to me. I don't know if you guys felt like that when you watched, but it felt like the whole side flipped for me. Same with when Reiner was doing his perspective and talking, it felt like they were the bad guy, the whole or they were in the wrong, and like the main characters was Bertholdt and them. I don't think a show's ever done that to me, where it felt like it just felt flipped. It felt flipped, and that's why this is making me think like. This is why this is making me think like this. Now I'm trying to I'm processing this and talking immediately after it's processing, so it might not come out completely right, but I can't imagine them like doing this for no reason. That like, you know what I mean? That they're obviously not doing this for no reason. There's a reason for them all needing to die, but what is it? Like, and just that look that Armin had and him doing that, like, Annie's gonna get hurt and stuff. It looked like they were the bad guys in that perspective. But also, when they flip and they go in the perspective of Eren and all them, and instantly I felt when Eren started talking and Armin and all them started talking together and they were strategizing, it's up to Armin to be in charge and stuff. Then I was, all for, Team Eren, and thinking it was like the author that's writing this is, I think, and the way they're animating this is very good at doing this. I think they've done something that's very hard to do, is put a different, make you feel for the other side. And it feels like my mind is a little tricked here, because it just feels like there's positives and negatives for both sides. And I feel for both of them. I feel for both teams. So when they're fighting, I guess that's the harder time for me to like. I'm really excited about the fight, but at the same time, it's like I can't really. Part of me at the end was like, I don't want Bertholdt to win, but I want some type of like resolution here. It just seems like this is a bad situation for everybody either way with Ryan. And I do want to touch before the end of this one. I do want to touch the a bit. We knew that people can get their abilities stronger, as they've mentioned, but Reiner, he's what did he say? He's putting himself in his mind to not die. Like he's transferring his consciousness to his brain, or to his human, because you're in the Titan, but you're in, you have your human inside. So he's like transferring himself in there when he's getting hurt as the Titan. So does that mean if he doesn't transfer himself and he's still a Titan, he'll die? Like if he didn't do that? That was the only part, because we already know Eren can't do that because he wasn't transferring himself. I don't think. I don't know. That part was a little confusing. I might rewatch that just to figure that part out. But this was an amazing episode. I feel like I could go on forever on this. I'm trying to think if there's any other moment that really stood out, because we talked about the first half for the most part. The whole Marco thing was sad. I feel for Marco, but the whole thing made sense. I like how it backtracks itself. It like, when things didn't make sense in some parts, and that part was a big thing, Marco's death, just because they've made him a side character, a supporting character, like compared to Connie and Sasha in them, and I didn't think they'd kill him off like that, and they killed him off without explanation, really. I mean, explanation, but not really. He was killed off screen. So that's why I thought it was, because we've even seen these crappy side characters get killed off on screen. So him being killed off screen was strange. And I'm glad they backtracked to it. And now we have an explanation for it. And I gotta say, that's a great thing about this show. They really put the, they really like, things have meaning. Like a lot of this stuff that happened in season 1 have like meaning to later on, and in season 2 meaning later on, and they're not forgotten. And I like that. I think that's really something I enjoy thoroughly about this show, is them doing that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Seriously, I'm going to process this more, but this is a great show. I can't wait to dig more into this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, smash that like button, go follow me on Twitter at ajrich123. If you want to watch some episodes ahead or the full reactions to these, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.